Cujo. Keep it down, Cujo. What is going on, everyone? JX Rico here, coming at you with a Blu-ray update. This is a very small Blu-ray update. Just a few DVDs I picked up and my olive title Blu-rays that I want to just share with you. I have a few more Blu-rays coming in probably the next week, but I'll probably shoot out a movie night video and I'll showcase those Blu-rays in that same video. So let's just get started. So these aren't in any particular order. I'm just going to show them as I pick them off from my stack. So my first one I picked up is from Dimples, and it's Far From Home, starring Jesse Bradford. Just a childhood favorite of mine growing up, and I wanted to revisit this film since I haven't seen it in such a long time. So yeah, Far From Home. Next up from my olive title pickups, this is a John Wayne film I have not seen before, but it's called Three Faces West. There's something about this cover art that intrigued me about any classic John Wayne films, and how can you turn this down, man? It's John Wayne just knocking somebody out over the bar. So yeah, Three Faces of West. Can't wait to watch this one. Next up is a classic film. This was made in I think this was probably made in like the 60s, the early 50s. And this stars Spencer Tracy, and it's A Bad Day at Black Rock. I highly recommend this film if you're a Spencer Tracy fan. Just a very enjoyable film, and has an original storyline to it, which is not too complicated. But yeah, I recommend this film a lot. Bad Day at Black Rock. Next up, shout out to the Frediculous. Fred, thanks for notifying me on Twitter that this copy right here is going for $10.99 at Dimples. And the only thing is that this only comes with the Blu-ray disc, not the DVDs, but I don't use my DVD disc at all, so this was just a price that I could not pass up. And I recently watched this film, and it was enjoyable, your typical 80s cheese horror fest. So yeah, Sleepaway Camp. Next up, another John Wayne film, The Lawless 90s. Recently checked this one out on YouTube. Enjoyed it very much, and I highly recommend it to those who are John Wayne fans. This is one of his earlier films. This was filmed in 1936, so you're gonna get a very, very young John Wayne. So yeah, The Lawless 90s. So next up, I picked up a romantic classic, and I think everyone should know this film if you're a Cary Grant fan, but it's The Grass is Greener. It also stars Deborah Kerr, Robert Mitchum, and Gene Simmons. I've seen this before on TCM, but I've seen the black and white version. It looks like this one's in Technicolor, judging by the pictures from the back. But yeah, I can't wait to revisit this film. Next up, another Cary Grant film, and it's Penny Serenade. I don't think I've seen this film at all, but I'm a huge Cary Grant fan, and I couldn't go wrong with Penny Serenade. So yeah, definitely going to check this one out pretty soon. It's a 1941. Next up, I picked up Marlon Brando and the Men. Again, I have not seen this film, but it's one of Brando's earlier films, kind of around the time he filmed On the Waterfront. This was filmed in 1950, and it had a very intriguing storyline to it. So yeah, can't wait to check this one out. Next up, we have The Mountain, starring Robert Wagner and Spencer Tracy. I have not seen this film. A bunch of these films are blind buys, but Spencer Tracy is one of my favorite actors of all time, and you can't go wrong with Robert Wagner. So yeah, Spencer Tracy and Robert Wagner in The Mountain. I don't know anything about this film, but it looks very interesting. Next up is a James Cagney classic, and it's Kiss Tomorrow Goodbye. I believe this is probably one of his later films, film noirs, and probably one of his last, I think, if I'm not mistaken. But I have not checked this film out, but James Cagney is an incredible actor, and all of his films are just intense. So can't wait to check this one out. James Cagney and Kiss Tomorrow Goodbye. Then I went to Dimples and I picked up Dark Passage, starring Humphrey Bogart and Lauren Bacall. One of their classic films together. And you know what? Honestly, I have not seen this film yet, but I heard great things about it. So Dark Passage. Continuing on with the Humphrey Bogart and Lauren Bacall is The Big Sleep. This one also includes the 1946 theatrical version and then the rare 1945 pre-release version. So it has two versions of this on here, so I can't wait to check this one out. I believe it's a double-sided disc, but The Big Sleep is just a classic. Everyone should know about this film. And last but not least is another Humphrey Bogart and Lauren Bacall film, and it's To Have and Have Not. I hear this is probably one of their best films together. You know, Key Largo, then you have The Big Sleep, but To Have and Have Not is, I think this might have been one of their first films together, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, I can't wait to check this one out. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this short pickup video, and I should be shooting out another video by the end of next week, or maybe the middle of next week. I'm not too sure. It depends on when I get my other titles in the mail. So yeah, thanks for watching. Please comment, like, subscribe. Jake's Rico signing out.